Clara froze, heart pounding, shocked and broken. She had kept her charity work a secret, even from Richard, because she didn't want credit. Now it was being dragged through the mud. From his office window, Richard watched it all. He saw Clara in tears, surrounded by reporters, and his heart broke. But he had no choice. The scandal was public.
The board demandait d'action. The next morning, Richard suspended Clara for investigation.
Her heart shattered. She felt betrayed by the one man she thought believed in her. Weeks passed. Richard couldn't stop thinking about her. He needed answers. So one afternoon, he went to Clara's center himself. And there he saw it with his own eyes, Clara teaching disabled children to sew, to write, to live again.
Tears welled up in Richard's eyes.
She hadn't stolen a thing. She was giving everything. He realized then, she didn't just deserve a second chance, she deserved the world. Richard launched a personal investigation.
And the truth came out.
Amara was exposed. The rumors were false. Clara's name was cleared. Richard went to the press, telling the real story.
The story of a woman who gave everything without asking for anything.
But Clara didn't know any of this. Until one quiet evening, Richard invited her to dinner. She arrived, still uncertain, her heart still aching. And there, at that small table, Richard placed an envelope in her hands. Inside, her reinstatement letter. Her role as COO was restored. Tears streamed down Clara's face, not because she got her job back, but because someone finally believed in her again. Richard took her hand and said, "I never stopped believing in you. I just had to let the truth speak for itself." And in that moment, Clara realized, the storm was over. After weeks of pain, public shame and betrayal, Clara Patrick was finally reinstated at Lawson and Company. But when she opened the second envelope Richard gave her, she broke down in tears. It was a letter, from the company itself, pledging to support her rise above Disability Empowerment Center with monthly donations. Her quiet efforts had not only been recognized, they were now being amplified. Overwhelmed, Clara whispered through her tears, "Thank you for believing in me." Richard looked into her eyes and replied softly, "I always knew. That's why I promoted you, not just for the company. I wanted you to have more, for yourself and for those you help. You've changed my view of life, Clara." Then, taking a deep breath, he pulled out a velvet box. "Clara, will you marry me?" Her breath caught. Her world stopped. She nodded, tears of joy spilling freely. They embraced, their love now stronger than ever before. As they left the restaurant, Clara's phone rang. She answered, not knowing this would change her life even more. "Hello, is this Clara Patrick? I'm the publicity secretary for the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. The president watched your story on national TV, and he wants to meet you." Clara nearly dropped her phone. The president? That night, she rushed home and called her parents. On speakerphone, her voice trembled with excitement. "Mom, Dad, I've been reinstated. Richard proposed. And the president wants to meet me." Her parents gasped, filled with pride. Her father's voice was steady and full of love. "We are proud of you, Clara. Truly proud. But not surprised. We raised a daughter who fights for good." Clara wiped her tears, her heart overflowing. She had never felt this loved, this seen. The next morning, as she arrived at Lawson and Company, she noticed something strange. Her former rival, Amara, was walking out of the building, her face pale. Word had spread. Amara had been fired for orchestrating the cruel conspiracy. But Clara had no time to dwell. 2 black-suited men were waiting for her, presidential security. A luxury diplomatic vehicle stood by. Richard approached her with a soft smile. "They're here to take you, Clara. It's time." Her heart pounding, she climbed into the vehicle. Richard followed behind. Soon, they arrived at the presidential villa. Cameras flashed. Journalists waited. The president himself stood before her, smiling warmly. "Clara," he said, "you've done incredible things for the disabled community. You are a national treasure." Then, with dignity and pride, he placed a National Honor Medal around her neck. But that wasn't all. He looked at her with sincere admiration and declared, "I am nominating you as Minister of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Your story has inspired millions. Now it's time to help millions more." The room erupted in applause. Richard, the press, the presidential aides, all clapping, all proud. Clara was speechless. From an unknown employee to a national leader, her charity, her pain, her truth, had become a mission. As she stood there, honored and humbled, Clara realized something deep. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Dizzy 1.